Homecoming is about a month away on Saturday, October 12th. Student Council has chosen a theme, and you'll be surprised to find out where the dance is being held this year. We'll have that announcement next, right here on Patriots Today. Good morning, I'm Riley Branson here with Raina Hartman. So Raina, are you going to homecoming?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Riley?
I don't know if I'm going either.
Yeah.
Student Council, among other things, is in charge of the high school dances. There are several dances throughout the school year, but the two big ones are homecoming and prom. Homecoming is coming up next month, and the guys and girls in Student Council want to do something special this year. We'll let them tell you more.
Rose, before I die, I have something to tell you.
What is it, Jack?
The theme of Homecoming 2013,
What's the theme?
Rockin' on the River,
Why is it rocking on the river?
because it's on the USS Riverside on October 12th.
On a boat?
Yes.
What colors are there going to be, Jack?
Black, blue, and silver.
What time do I have to be there?
Pictures are at 6, and we leave the dock at 7. And we'll be rocking until 10. You better be there or we'll leave you behind.
Okay, I will. How much is it going to cost me?
30 for singles and 50 for couples. Rose, before I die, there's one last thing I want to ask you.
What is it, Jack?
Will you go to...
So there you have it. Homecoming will take place on October 12th on the USS Riverside. We'll be rocking on the river all night long. And don't forget, pictures are going to be taken on the dock starting at 6 p.m. Then we get on board and head out at 7 p.m. If you're late, the boat will not come back for you. And Rose, I'm sorry about Jack.
The high school book club meets today after school in Mrs. Demers' room. They will be discussing their current book, The Demon in the Tea House, by Dorothy and Thomas Hobler. They will also choose the book for September and elect a few officers. Brian Brown, Christy McNeil, and Shane Bluter are running unopposed for president, vice president, and treasurer. Cassandra Thomas and Alexandria Torres are vying for a secretary spot. Sergeant of Arms will either go to Michaela Crespo or Cody Hayes. And Hannah Dykes, Kai Tupinsing, and Chelsea Rush are all running for publicist.
In other news, the Tech Club meets this afternoon as well. They are preparing to televise the home football games next month and are still looking for crew members. If you want to get behind a camera, run audio, or direct television productions, then Tech Club is for you. The meeting will be held in Mr. Nicklin's room at 3 o'clock. The Strategy Games Club is meeting today as well. The club is open to all grades, including elementary and middle school. So if you like to play Risk, Catan, Strategio, or something totally new, stop by Credit Recovery after school and join in the action.
And finally, the Key Club is holding a fundraiser to help to send students to their leadership camps, conventions, and retreats. And also to help with the club fees, the club is selling 31 brand products, including purses, tote bags, wallets, and more. If you are interested, talk to any Key Club member or Mrs. Sessions or Mrs. Weiler.
We had a lot of games this weekend, so we'll bring you to the sports next week. News next. But first, here's what happened today in history.
In 1791, Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States, is named after President George Washington. Otis Redding, American soul singer and songwriter, was born in 1941. Communist Chinese leader Mao Zedong died in Beijing at age 82 in 1976.
We're in the market for a new sports anchor, so if you're interested, please see Mr. Kern to set up an audition. In the meantime, we'll be bringing you all the details along with the rest of the news. Riley, the middle school football team had their first game last week, right?
That's right, Raina. Some of you know Mr. Dunlap from his work here as a substitute teacher. Well, he's also the head coach for our middle school team this year, and he gave us the details on Thursday's game. The team is very young, with most of them coming from the 6th grade. However, they played a strong game Thursday against the Kingman Academy Tigers. Led by Emmanuel Munez, the offense worked hard and never gave up. However, it was the defense that came out ready to do business. They pushed back the Kingman offense repeatedly with several sacks on the quarterback. Nathan Perry had an impressive interception with a long run back down the field to put the Patriots in scoring position. Coach Dunlap noted that the team still has a lot of room for improvement, but even with their Thursday loss, the entire squad is looking forward to this Thursday's game against Havasu Prep here at home.
Okay, thank you for the update, Riley. High school volleyball has a game tonight at Young Scholars Academy at 6:30, and we're still waiting for an update on the other sports, so hopefully we'll have the update tomorrow. In the meantime, here's a look at the rest of the news. The post office in Old Bullhead is finally closing. A public meeting was held 2 years ago when the Postal Service was considering several area offices for closure, but a decision has finally been made. November 1st will be the last day of the business for the so-called highway station. After that, the facility on Lakeside Drive will handle all the mail for Bullhead City.
Someone's been reading your email, and we're not talking about your parents. If you own a Gmail account from Google, then you should know that they've been snooping on you. The company uses software to scan the contents of email on its servers in order to deliver advertising specifically targeted at its users. For instance, if you get a lot of messages about photography or cameras, you might see advertisements from a local camera store where you are on any Google's websites. The company is facing a lawsuit to stop their practice, but their attorneys argue that the scanning is all done by software and no humans are reading email contents.
That was the scene last month as crowds in Japan cheered the launch of a rocket carrying the first talking robot into space.
地球の人間の皆さん、僕、ロボット宇宙飛行士のヒロボ。世界で初めてのおしゃべりするロボット宇宙飛行士なんだ。
Kirobo, the talking robot, gets his name from the Japanese words for hope and robot. It was launched into space on August 4th and arrived at the International Space Station 6 days later. Kirobo is just over a foot tall and is designed to recognize the facial features of a fellow crewmates aboard the space station and take photographs. It is the first talking robot in space.
A talking robot? I wonder how many words he knows. Speaking of words, here's another one to add to your vocabulary.
Thanks for joining us today, everyone. Have a great day.
And enjoy your weekend.